Yo. Oh man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. I am sorry because it has been a while and on a bit of a hot streak. But I had to take a pause for the cause, man. Semi fasting. Haven't eaten meat in like 48 hours. Maybe like 36. It's only Tuesday. But I'm here. Shout out to Smoothie King too for just helping restore my body. I don't know if I was dehydrated. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what happened, but I'm here. It's time to talk music. It's time to talk music reviews, album reviews. Made in the 1980s, the podcast, man. New episode is going live this Friday, audio Friday, Saturday the video, right here on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Got some stuff to post. Hey, real quick. I want y'all to see this right here. My cousin made this, man. Animadeofficial.com, I believe is the website. I am sorry. I apologize because I meant to have that right. Animateofficial.com. That is the website where you can get yourself one of these. If you watch the Olympics this year, you already know the vibes. You dig? So shout out to my cousin, man. He's awesome. Very creative. His parents are great. They're beautiful, wonderful people as well. So make sure you hop on that animateofficial.com website. Grab yourself certain. I'm gonna get another one of these, probably in a 2X. I want it to fit a little bigger, or maybe I should get a little smaller. You dig? But man, listen. Let's get right to the music. Because we live in a time of, they call it the microwave era. They blame everything on our attention spans, and they blame music is, it's so manufactured now, it's so numbers driven, it's so binary now that music doesn't stick like it used to. And while I do agree with that, I think it is time for us to start championing the music that we sincerely like and listen to. And that's what this review is about today. This, fair warning, may sound biased, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because the motto was always support what you love instead of bashing what you hate, especially when it comes to this music. I want you guys to be hip to what I like and show you that there is some good music. There is always conversation about how specifically, hip hop is bad, but rap music is bad or it's trash. But now people have opened the scope. It's like, music is just so bad right now. But, if you were truly in the know, or if somebody was putting you in the know, you might find something dope that you actually mess with. And that's what this is about. So without further ado, man, let's get right into it, man. Westside Gunn, DJ Drama, Still Praying. This is, I'm guessing it's, well, I'm not even guessing. I would consider this a trilogy now because you got Pray for Paris, and then you Pray for Me, and now Still Praying. And I do want to say that all three of these projects are super dope. They are dope projects. But I will say, man, this Still Praying, this is the one for me. Westside Gunn, excuse me. Westside Gunn has this uncanny ability to just create something so cool and so just X factor-ish. It's so against the grain, it's so against the norm that you can't ignore it. You gotta experience it for yourself. And if you just take your own personal cool off, if you take away whatever you think music should sound like traditionally, whatever you think a rap record should sound like traditionally, if you just take all that out and just throw it out the window, maybe you'll start to feel like me, because I feel that Westside Gunn is one of the greatest album creators of this era, of this time, of this generation, however you want to put it. And I don't just say that because I'm a wrestling fan. No, that's a big that's a big piece of it that makes me more entertained, but that's not 100% why. Westside Gunn just continuously pushes his own envelope, but it's not really competing with anything. And I think that's when you know that you have something great on your hands. You have a great format on your hands. You have a great project. You have a great discography on your hands when you're not competing with anybody, but it really sounds like that. There are a lot of artists that come out and they're saying, like, oh, you know what? I do this for me. I do this for my people. Can nobody F with me? Blah, blah, blah. But they do your standard, song for the club, song for the streets, song for the ladies. And the one thing I admire tremendously about Westside Gunn's albums is that it just sounds like life is happening around him. It's almost like he's just navigating through life with the TV on or the music on, and they, they just translate into albums. Like, this is the life I live. You can hear the soundtrack to my life. And I think that's how his albums come across to me. I don't know if that's what he's trying to convey. I don't know if that's what he's definitely trying to do. I have no idea. But I will say that every time I listen to a Westside Gunn album, I'm just thoroughly entertained from front to back. Some songs he don't even rap. Some songs is just instrumental playing. It could be an interlude. It could be one of his homies rapping. Um, One dude, you know what I'm saying, could be singing, they could be singing an R. Kelly song. It could be anything. Like just like on the Still Praying, it's a young dude, and I've heard him on his albums before, and I'm sorry I don't know his name. I probably need to get hip. But he rapping on the Like That beat, the Future, Metro and Kendrick joint. And I love just how original his just flow is and how he's like, he's not doing anything that you've already heard before. And I think that is what I look for more than anything now when it comes to rap, rappers, hip hop creations. Can you give me something that I can't get everywhere else? Can you give me something that feels brand new, even if it necessarily isn't, you know? And Westside Gunn has done it again, Still Praying. I listened, I listened to this album one time. I streamed it one time on Tidal because the music sounds better on Tidal. But I streamed this album one time and was like, I gotta buy this. I gotta buy it. The reason why I bought it, let's run the list now. One, again, creativity. You'll be hard pressed to find a rap album, especially in this era, that is more creative than anything that Westside Gunn is putting together. Just from the formatting, the way he incorporates the wrestling with the hip hop, with the streets. Even though the streets, hip hop comes from the streets, but the streets of Buffalo. And then he'll also, big up what they're doing in the community. There's, art clips throughout albums, and he does a really great job at making you experience the music rather than just listening to it. And then you have DJ Drama on top of that, right? So now DJ Drama is, for me, all right, DJ Drama is the greatest mixtape DJ like ever. He is. And hey, look, I'm made in the 1980s, and I know about Clue and Flex and just so many other DJs. Whoever got, I don't want to get into that. Look, if you got anybody over Drama when it comes to creating albums and mixtapes, you're bugging. And I'm starting to love more and more what Drama does because you know, obviously Drama will talk his talk. But if you've ever noticed, if you've ever watched or listened, Drama really gets in his bag when he's around two people, Cameron and Westside Gunn. And it's not that he don't be talking this talk any other time. It's just that, man, does the talk get that much slicker when one of those two guys are in the booth or in the studio when they're creating together. Listen, Westside Gunn and DJ Drama, it's a it's a 96 Bulls combination. It's a Tom Brady to Randy Moss connection, even though they should have won the ball, right? But it's just an unbeatable combination. Westside Gunn and DJ Drama when they are working together on these projects. I don't. I understand that maybe some of you may not love all the talking or everything that goes into like when DJ Drama has a project with an artist, and then they have like the dramaless version. But man, let me tell you, there is an undescribable added value that that comes with DJ Drama being on your project. And after I hear that version, I don't want to hear any other version. My favorite version of Crenshaw is the version with Drama on it. Um, there is, I mean, look, we can run down the list, but we're here to talk about Still Praying. Still Praying. Again, there is no deep dive on the lyrics here. There isn't. But my favorite joints off the album off top, Beef Bar, Dr. Britt Baker, Duran Duran, Free Shots, and Still Praying with Stove God. Look, hey yo, on Free Shots though, real quick, I'm sorry. Conway, the machine goes crazy. Conway has really hit a rapping apex that we really need to talk about more. I don't know what it's going to take because I do feel like he is one of the most, I guess, I don't want to just say thought provoking MCs, but he definitely has tapped into that pain music bag. He's definitely tapped into the life experience bag. Just talking about himself and just being a pure lyricist, right? Conway has mastered that, much like Benny the Butcher has mastered storytelling in his rhyming. Like they're both just impeccable at what they do. They are true one of ones, and they are truly at the top of their class in their respective categories. But then you have Westside Gunn, and Westside Gunn, to me, when we talk about him, you're not supposed to compare a Westside Gunn to a Jay-Z and Nas, even the Kanye West or anything like that. When I think about Westside Gunn, I think Biz Markie. I think Old Dirty Bastard. I think Missy Elliott. And even to a degree, I think Raekwon and Ghostface, just the tandem that exists because of everything that goes into making these albums. Yeah, he's never went off for 50 or 100 bars at a time. Many of you may not consider him to be the greatest rapper, you know what I'm saying, or the greatest lyricist, whatever. But there is a true art to what he's putting together. And it is so entertaining that I don't even check for the raps. I don't. I'm here for the audio experience. And that's what this is. Still Praying is an audio experience, just like Pray for Paris, and then You Pray for Me. And now here, I'm going to call it the trilogy, Still Praying, looping all these three together. There is just an entertainment value that can't be denied and that should be respected when we talk about Westside Gunn projects, especially this one. Now, this is not me saying that he bats 1,000 every single time out, because depending on how you view the the Hitler Wears Hermes series, because I know it's a sensitive topic now that they've reached another plateau of success. But you know, those, and then Fly God is an awesome guy, which still one of my favorite albums from that whole crew. I think it's just a well put together album. And now you have this like Still Praying, or the Praying mini series, we'll say. You know, you don't I think this is a really good lesson for all artists out there, no matter what you are creating. If you want to really break through in music, your intangibles are going to matter way more than your actual like technical skill. And I know that may not sound, inspiring to many of you, but that's because you're in the midst of probably admiring a guy who's just lyrics, 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 and you think that you have to rap so great. And you know what? And you should rap great. Don't get me wrong, because I don't think Westside Gunn is a bad rapper either. I actually think he's super dope. But he's the kind of dope that you have to experience it. You can't just explain it. Like, there was a way for me to explain how dope Cannabis was back in the day. I was like, do you hear what he's saying? Like, he's just saying things that other people are not saying. Um, you know, even just like when he's opening the rap and he's like, the illest MC, I possess the ability to run with top speeds without bending my knees. And this is like, okay, like that sounds ill, but then like, if you're me, if you're a lyric rap nerd, you start to look it up. And I started looking up animals. He made me Google animals. And I was like, oh shoot, giraffes do that. Like, giraffes run at top speeds, and they don't bend their knees when they run. They kind of like gallop and sway. That is an intangible, but the rapping well for a lot of times will only get you so far. When you can create at the level that Westside Gunn can create, you can virtually do anything. Him putting out an album like Still Praying with Sid Vicious on the cover, because come on, man, rest in peace, Sid Vicious, man. Psycho Sid Vicious. I always revert back to WCW days when we talk about Sid, so it's always Sid Vicious first to me. But that billboard of Sid Vicious in Times Square, epic. But then he's got the Saucony deal, which I wear Saucony's, great. And then you have this music that is layered with, again, wrestling, but there's hip hop, and then there's street, then there's just cats trying to get on, like his man that be having freestyling, the guy that he has singing, and then you got Stove God is on here, then you got Westside Gunn, Conway the Machine on here, then Benny's on here, then you add that all, and you got DJ Drama talking over it. Again, I don't know how you listen to music or how you want to digest art, but you can't just judge this off of whether rap's tight or not. Is it a club banger on here or not? Is it something for the ladies or not? It's like, no, this. I'm about to sound so cliche, but this really is like hip hop at its core essence. This album ain't to impress nobody. And I think that's what I love about it the most. I love that, like, yo, he's really not here to impress you. He doesn't care if you like this or not. Westside Gunn don't care if I like this album, but he think it's fly. He's the super fly guy. You know what I mean? And that's a superpower, y'all. I see artists weekly talking about their projects and how their projects are not coming out or being delayed, or should they put out something? They're asking, they want the feedback, and they're looking for that encouragement, because as a creator, as an artist, it is difficult. It's difficult when you want to give a piece of yourself to the people. And I know people may not recognize it as that, but that's really what it is, man. When you create, whether it's music or a painting or even just as I hop on here to do this, there is a certain vulnerability that has to take place that you just can't care about. And in a world where we see artists trying to be heard, asking their audience almost for permission, or just saying, hey, y'all love this last thing so much, and I don't even know if I can give you anything on that level or greater. So I'm not going to give you nothing. I would encourage all of those artists to listen to Westside Gunn, because Westside Gunn does not give a damn what we think or say. It's like, yo, this coming out, this about to be fired, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna push the culture forward. And he really means it. He sincerely means it, and you can't tell him anything. And that is the spirit that every artist needs to have. And that comes across in how these projects come out. And that's why I'm thoroughly entertained by all of them. I don't think there's necessarily a skip on any West Side Gun album, if I'm being 1000% honest. And excuse me, it's not, oh, it's don't skip it because it's a banger. It's a don't skip it because what if I miss something? What if I miss the tie-in from track 3 to track 5? Um, what sample will he just cut to in the middle of a song, or what song will he play? And you don't want to miss that if you're truly in tune. So that's why the no skips argument is always interesting to me, because justify skipping anything on Still Praying. Justify it. And it makes sense because the album's not even that long. It's not like over an hour long. And you literally could miss something if you don't listen to all of this. It's 37 minutes and 22 seconds. And I was thoroughly entertained. You want a rating from me? Westside Gunn, DJ Drama, Still Praying. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. I bought it after one listen. The only other album I felt like that about was Benny the Butcher. Everybody Can't Go. And it's not to say that I won't buy the album. I just haven't I haven't done it. I do want to run it back and listen to it at the end of the year now that so much music has come out. But yeah, man, I will say the last thing for me on this album is that I was truly inspired. I was inspired to I don't know if it's going to be a content series. I don't know if it's going to be like one-off post. But I have this idea, this phrase idea that it came to my mind while listening to this album. And I love when I can listen to albums and they can inspire me to create as well. And I'm probably going to trademark something at the top of the year, so I can use it. That's my new thing now. Before I give people my ideas or give them out, like just put them out into the world, I want to trademark them because I just don't know which one is going to be the one. And in this world of numbers, and in this world where like art has to live but business has to be done, this is just the world we live in right now. I want to be careful about even just saying it publicly or just telling anybody, even on the text thread. I haven't shared it with anybody but myself. I wrote it down in my phone, which, hey, the metaverse and everybody else will see it. Whatever the cloud is, they'll see it. But I love when I can put on an album and I see visions, and I see visions for myself, and I get my creative juices flowing, and it inspires me to keep creating, keep going. And that's what Westside Gunn albums do for me. So yeah, hey, there's maybe an element of bias there. And I'm okay with that. I'm super okay with that because I do believe that you you need that to keep art alive. You know, that's the thing. Well, he always say it's for the art. It's for the art. So this is this is inspirational music, man. 4 out of 5. Westside Gunn, DJ Drama, still praying. The drama version. I'll never hear the dramaless version because I love this one. I love I love the one with drama on it. So I'm never gonna have a critique on it. It's always gonna be missing something to me. So that's it. GXFR. Love these brothers, man. Love what they're doing. Love what they're doing with music, with fashion, with culture. There's still some merch I want to grab. Oh yeah, speaking of that, Hills Have Eyes, Fourth Rope. Westside Gunn, man, he's you know what? Let's keep it a rack. Westside Gunn is doing a lot of things in my life in life that I wish I had the ideas to do. I never even thought about some of the things that he's doing, but it's awesome to watch. And he's inspiring me for sure, for sure. And it's making me want to push my creativity to a whole nother level. Um, and maybe when there's more time on my hands, I will give you something that's more produced, more more polished, and more eclectic than what you're getting right now. Yeah, we'll do that. Well, that is it for me. I'll probably do another review this evening because there's another album I listened to. I finally listened to, and I have a quick hit on another one. If I don't do it, no, I will do it because we can talk Grammys tomorrow. I got some questions. I want to get y'all thoughts. We're gonna do that on prime time, though. You know what I'm saying? We'll do that prime time. That Grammys talk prime time. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Cam from the Port. That's me. Thank you for tuning in. Whenever you decide to tune in. And until next time, it's always and consensually love.